Here's a little story about a man named Jim. He's a long-time queer-hating Republican. Then one day he was sitting bitching at the news, 'cause homos were fighting for their right to get married too.
I'm talking about homosexuals. They got no use for them.
Next thing you know came liberal Michael Moore. Old Jim started bitching like he never bitched before. Then he thought public access where I ought to be. So he packed up his newspaper and started bitching on TV.
Gee whiz.
Jim's his name. Ignorant Jim. You're watching the Ignorant Jim Show.
Good evening. The election's over. And I guess I was as surprised as anybody after the concerted effort that was put on by the news media. I mean all of it, the newspapers, the TV, you name it. Those guys hammered on Bush and hammered on him. And I said that it'd be a miracle if George Bush won that election. Well, miracles still happen. Okay, we got a call already. Hello, you're on.
Hey, Jim, how's it going?
Well, I don't know. Just getting into the election, after the election.
Well, Jim, that's what I want to talk about.
Okay.
I want to make it perfectly clear, first of all, I know about all there is to know about politics, all right?
Okay.
And secondly, I got to say this straight out.
Yeah.
If we reelect Bush for a second term, we are truly doomed.
Really? Yeah. It's going to be a disaster.
That's right. It will be a disaster.
Yeah.
What do you think? If Bush gets in a second term, is it going to be a disaster?
It's going to be terrible, just terrible. We'll probably, the way the vote went, it looks to me like maybe,
Jim.
just maybe, there's hope for this country after all.
Hold on, Jim. Did you say the way the vote went?
The what?
Did you say the way the vote went?
The way about went?
The way the vote went?
Yeah.
So, what are you saying? Are you saying the election's over?
Oh, you didn't think it was over yet?
No. When was the election?
Well, that's what I'm reading in these clippings, all these clippings here.
The whole year. I didn't even know who. So Bush won.
Yeah, he won.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So, Jim, I'm going to have to cut this a little short because I'm going to have to go get the wife and the kids.
And
we got to
pack
head
up.
out to the backyard to build that fallout shelter. And I just want you to know, Jim, that you're more than welcome to come over and be in the fallout shelter, when the big bombs start dropping, if you know what I mean.
I thought that probably you were going to get the wife and the kids and start packing and leave for Canada.
God, no, there ain't no time to get to Canada. We got to start digging now. If we're lucky, we'll make it to China.
I'm going there again in December. I'll let you know how it looks over there.
Yeah, well, Jim, I ain't got much more to say. I got to get to work on this fallout shelter, seriously.
Okay.
I got a feeling this is going to be ground zero. So
Yeah.
I got to go out here now, Jim, all right?
Yeah, there's no question but what Muskegon's going to be number one target.
That's right there, Jim. And, you being a Republican, they might be targeting you because they don't like Bush much none.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
All right, Jim, you have a good one.
Okay, same to you. Thanks for the call.
Yep, Jim, bye.
Hello, you're on.
I'm on here.
You're on the air, yeah. Hello?
Hello?
You're there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
Hey, I got a song for you.
Huh?
Can I sing a song for you?
A song for me?
Yeah.
This ain't the same guy that did the rapper deal here a while back, is it? Okay, we got another call here. Let's see who this is. Hello, you're on.
Hi, this is John.
No.
Jim,
Yeah.
I like you, and I would like to, can I dedicate my rap to you?
You like me and what?
I made a rap up for you. Can I sing it?
Oh, you made a record for me?
A rap.
Oh, a rap?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's hear it. It's not too long, is it?
No.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yo, Jim, you're a pimp. You get all the ladies. I know you do. Yeah, is that cool? Is that a cool rhyme?
Oh, hey, man, boy, I'm telling you, that's something, yeah. Okay, thanks for your call.
Yeah, you
Thanks
guys
for
did
the...
a
Yeah, you can probably sell that, you know, to some of them guys in Detroit, maybe.
No, I rap, but it's not the same guy. I don't see anything better.
Oh. Well, I don't know whether we're interested in doing a song, or is it,
It'll just take real quick.
yeah?
Okay. He's a right-wing Republican. Supports Bush. He hates homeless. I take it in the tush. His views are demanding. Hey, I like your tie. Your panties sometimes come off scary. Hey, didn't I just see you in the obituary? Why Bush comes?
You see, your problem here is that, you know, I haven't heard a word that you said so far. That kind of talk, I just can't understand it at all. So, thanks a lot for your call. Okay, we're on line one, no rapper. Hello, you're on.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I had a comment about the dude who thought he calling your show a rap.
Yeah?
Yeah, ain't no need for that, man. He needs to recognize a real rapper when he hear one, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like check this out. Hey, yo, the hip, the hop, yo, we be rapping and we non-stop because we on the block with them rocks and I got my Glock. You know?
See,
really mess with my rap.
see, I don't understand any of that stuff. You know, the words come, you know, out there like, you know, like mumble-jumble kind of stuff, and I don't understand any of that.
Raps is all good, you know what I'm saying?
That rap
Just,
doesn't.
need to be recognizing what we be saying when we rapping, because we ain't just really saying nothing.
Yeah.
For somebody to call disrespect like that,
Yeah.
they're basically disrespecting rap.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay.
So,
Okay, thanks for your call.
thank you.
Hello, you're on.
Jim?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm not too bad. You know, I've been watching your show the last 5 weeks, and, you know, I've learned something.
Getting tired of it?
No, actually, I've learned something.
Oh, good.
That's right. I've learned that it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. It really doesn't matter if you're old or you're young. It doesn't really matter if you're gay or straight. We all have feelings, and we all are humans, and we might not have to like or accept each other, but we are going to have to learn to live with each other and just be happy with the fact that we have our own individualities. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. The thing that bothers me about all of these things that I talk about, all these environmental things, all this homosexuality and all that, is that these guys want to stick it down your throat. You will accept this homosexual life. Well, I will not. And I will not accept all this baloney about the environment. Next week, I'm going to bring in my globe again, and we're going to do a show on the environment next week.
That sounds really interesting, but I'm kind of glad that you learned something too, because it's good that we learn and grow together. So I just had one last thing that I really wanted you to hear.
All right. La, 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 la.
Is it a dump truck pooped on your chest?
Okay.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Jim and all his hate. Not much more that he can take at the age of 78. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of Jim's hostility. Old man, that is. Bitches a lot. Wanna smack his ass. Y'all come back now. Let's clear.
Oh, this is funny. Are you laughing now, for Christ's sake? Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know.
Here's a little story about a man named Jim. He's a long-time queer-hating Republican. That one day he was sitting bitching at the news, 'cause homos were fighting for their right to get married too.
I'm talking about homosexuals. They got no use for them.
Next thing you know came liberal Michael Moore. Old Jim started bitching like he never bitched before. Then he thought public access where I ought to be. So he packed up his newspaper and started bitching on TV.
Gee whiz.
Jim's his name. Ignorant Jim. You're watching the Ignorant Jim Show.
Line 6, okay. Okay, you're on.
Hey, what's up there, Jim?
Not much. What's happening with you?
What's that?
What's happening with you?
Not much. Just watching the show and joining the antics. Hey, this is Hot Carl, and I was just calling because I was over the other day with my friend Dirty Sanchez, and I got a Sally dog of a situation here. Right in front of me, he donkey punched his wife, see? And when I asked him why would Moose knuckle his wife like that, he said he caught her getting a full frontal from the neighbor. So once I heard about this, I gathered up the crew, and I gave his wife a good old-fashioned Compton gangbang. So my question to you is, would it really be out of place if I just pulled it out and hoagie slapped her?
Pulled out a what?
I just pulled it out and with hoagie slapped her. That's where you just pull out your half-hard rod and you just keep slapping her in the mouth with it until she takes it in.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you never hoagie slapped a woman there, huh, Jim?
Oh, absolutely not. I don't like that kind of I don't even like that kind of talk. So.
You backdoor shooter.
Huh?
I called you.
Before I cut him off, so he was talking, maybe beer talk or something. No.
I like your jacket and glasses, and I'm sure you'll grow into them someday.
You what?
I like your jacket and your glasses, and I believe that you'll grow into them someday. My first question is, why do you think that being Catholic, as I am, means that you can't support equal marriage rights for everyone?
Can't support what?
Equal marriage rights for everyone.
For homosexuals, you mean? You know what you should do is call in and talk to Jerry on Monday nights. He starts at 9 o'clock, He knows that Bible business. I'm not a Bible expert.
Right, and you don't really seem to know the Bible very well. Well, you take care, and I'll pray for your hatred-filled soul.
You're going to pray for me? Hello, you're on.
Hey there, Jimmy.
Hey, what's happening out there?
Not much.
Pretty cold, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. I am that trucker I called you a few months back. I got a comment. It's a little old that the last couple guys were a little long-winded.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, we're a little more polite than that. They were running off at the yapper for quite some time. That Michael Moore, you were commenting on that Michael Moore character.
Yeah.
He's crazier than the Buffalo Queers at a Kenny G concert. This guy ain't right. He makes this movie bashing President Bush and has been discredited to some extent with that movie.
Yeah. The other thing that bothers you, is this guy is, he's now kind of a celebrity, you know what I mean? He's in.
And then I heard
in the news.
a couple callers back there, he made a comment about you growing into your glasses and your coat.
Yeah.
If you wanted, you could write my number down and give me a call off the air, and I could bring my bat and show him a little respect.
No.
Appreciate that too much. I appreciate you doing what you do, and for him to insult you like that's pretty asinine.
Well, I'll tell you, this is what I've been talking about right along. I think he was a guy, who was talking about society standards. The standards of society have been established, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying, so.
Well, to insult one of your elders in that fashion shows he doesn't have much
He's not
standards.
insulting one of his elders. What do you mean by elder? You mean that...
Show your elders a little respect. That's what I was taught my dad. He beat that into me at a young age. We don't slack off to the old man, whether it be your dad or just someone you know.
Yeah, well, that's another thing that's kind of slid downhill in society standards here is, the respect for the elders. They used to, yes, sir, and no, sir,
I'll tell you what, I had my kid talk back to me the other day. I had to smack him right upside his head, and you got to be scared to even say that. They'll call the protective services on you.
There you go, that's right. Be careful what you're saying. You're on the air now.
Well.
Okay, well, I appreciate it, and I agree with it. But back to Michael Moore, I was starting to say, this guy is in the public, he's on the air, he's on TV, and so on. And here this guy is looking like a bum. You see that?
Well, he looks like a bucket of lard with a hat on it. I mean, he
shave
like
or nothing. Geez, disgusting.
All day long and doesn't do one bit of exercise. I mean, the guy's fat.
A slob.
You know, and then I hear him the other day, I heard him bitching about obesity in America.
Yeah, he's a slob.
Say about obesity.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy, he don't even move, he wiggles.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for your call.
All right there, Jimmy, you have a good one.
Thanks. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, you're on.
Huh?
You're on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd like to make a shout-out to my homosexual friend, Justin Roman.
What?
I'd like to make a shout-out to my homosexual friend, Justin Roman.
Gee. You're talking too fast. Talk a little slower.
Okay. I'd like to make a shout-out to my homosexual friend, Justin Roman.
Gee, I don't know. I can't understand you.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what you're saying. It's something you're either talking too fast or there's something in the phone there.
All right. I'd like to make a shout-out.
Make a shadow?
Shout-out? I'd like to say hi to my friend.
Say hi to your friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's my homosexual friend, Justin Roman.
Oh, your homosexual friend?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks for your call. Still don't know what that was about. Something about homosexual. You know, that homosexual thing kind of stirs up a few people out there. And, you know, it kind of bothers me because, you know, in a way, why I'm kind of promoting the thing. You know, gee, I'm telling you, it's about the worst thing I can think of is that business. You're on.
Hello. This has been your evening for a lot of crank calls. I was wondering where you got all these people from.
I don't know.
Not very informative.
You're not another one, are you?
I was just wondering where they're coming from.
I don't know. I'll tell you, I think this homosexual thing, you know, you got to look at that. If these homosexuals, you know, are a little bit, you know, out there to start with, and it seems to me like that's what gets them started here. The minute that I get into that, boy, they come right out of the woodwork.
Well, I was just wanted to be one of the callers that wasn't pulling your leg or trying to pull a fast one on it. So maybe I would voice my opinion in retrospect here.
Yep.
Other people, like I said, kind of entertaining, but not very important.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Agree with you. Thanks. Okay.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Jim and all his hate. Not much more that he can take at the age of 78. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of Jim's hostility. Old man, that is. Bitches a lot. Wanna smack his ass. Y'all come back now. Listen clear.
Oh, this is funny. Are you laughing now, for Christ's sake? Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know.
Oh, we're on 5. Okay. Hello, you're on.
Hey there, Jim. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am doing pretty good here. I was watching the debate there, or whatever that was that Bush was doing the other day, and he said something there about the senators of Massachusetts. Did you get that there joke?
Yeah.
Well, I must tell you, as a senator of Massachusetts, sir, I take great offense to that.
Oh, are you a senator from Massachusetts?
That's right, sir. You better believe it.
You're a senator? What's your name?
That I'd like to keep confidential there, sir.
When was you senator?
That's right, sir, and I don't appreciate it when people run around slandering senators from Massachusetts like that.
Well, I'll tell you, Massachusetts got a lot of other problems, and you know it. So, you know, I guess we'll let that one ride right there.
Thanks there, but we can handle that one.
Oh, well, I guess we can handle the other one then. Why not?
That's right.
Yeah, well, okay, so, you know, this is 2 votes against Bush and 1 for. So, you know, we'll see how this comes out the rest of the night here.
I ran a woman off of a bridge that was in my truck dead, and I got away with that. So that's something to keep in mind there, Jim.
You did what?
Okay, I'm going to be square with you here, Jim. My name is Ted Kennedy.
Ted Kennedy, huh?
Yep, I mean, I'm a senator from Massachusetts. Tell you what there, Jim, why don't you just have yourself a good day now?
Okay, thanks for the call.
See ya.
Oh, boy, I don't know. I can tell you where it seems to me like this show is starting to turn into a kind of a funny deal here. Hello, you're on.
Hey, this is BC.
Yeah.
Just want to call in regards to the other calls received about the presidential debate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. President Bush has been a great president. Whatever moron calls saying he was Ted Kennedy or whatever.
Yeah.
Another guy about John Kerry, big deal. He went in, got a couple surface wounds, comes back and claims to be some kind of savior.
I'm telling you, it's a sad deal what he did there with the Purple Heart thing. The Purple Heart was set up, and for
What Bush is doing, he's a much better president. We're killing so many people right now. Our death toll is way higher than what John Kerry ever thought of doing.
yeah.
Killing children, killing all the fucking...
Hey, watch your mouth. You're off. Okay, you see, this is the kind of stuff that goes on here. These people get, I'll tell you, this kind of talk is an indication of what the world is like out there, what this town is like out there.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Jim and all his hate. Not much more that he can take at the age of 78. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of Jim's hostility. Old man, that is. Bitches a lot. Wanna smack his ass. Y'all come back now. Let you clear.
Oh, this is funny. Are you laughing now, for Christ's sake? Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know.
Here's a little story about a man named Jim. He's a long-time queer-hating Republican. That one day he was sitting bitching at the news because homos were fighting for their right to get married too.
I'm talking about homosexuals. They got no use for them.
Next thing you know came liberal Michael Moore. Old Jim started bitching like he never bitched before. Then he thought public access where I ought to be. So he packed up his newspaper and started bitching on TV.
Gee whiz.
Jim's his name. Ignorant Jim. You're watching the Ignorant Jim Show.
Good evening. Thanks for tuning in, and glad to be back here tonight. We're going to start right off with a bunch of clippings out of the Chronicle and the Greenville paper. Before we start, we're going to set up a new deal on call-ins. It's still a call-in show, 733-4040. But the way we're going to do it now is they're going to call in, and then our guys are going to call back and get you on the phone. And the reason for that is because we have been having some, as you well know, some nasty calls here. And that kind of stuff is not permitted. It's against the FCC regulations and could put our license in jeopardy here. So we're not going to tolerate that kind of stuff. And, I try to cut them off, but boy, these guys are pretty nasty sometimes. So that's the way it's going to be done now. When you call in, then Shanu or Oscar are going to call back and make sure that we've got a number, that's working here. So.
You're a moron.
Well, it takes one to know one.
I don't know how they keep you on the radio, on the TV.
Well, you do. You're the guy who keeps me on here. You keep calling in and agitating me, and boy, they want to watch that, so that's how I stay on. Thanks for your call. I think he was just about to get a little more dirtier than a moron. We got a call on line 5 here. Line 5 looks like 6. Hello, you're on.
Hey there, Jim.
Hey, what's happening out there?
Yeah, not much. What's going on in there?
It's hot in here.
Well, I heard you speaking about George W. Bush at the rally. And,
Oh, yeah.
I called you before. I'm not a supporter of George W. Bush. To me, seeing him in person reminds me of what a coward he is.
What a coward he is?
to Vietnam and fighting.
He never went to Vietnam.
I know he didn't. That's the
How
problem.
how can you be a coward if you were never in the fight?
You're telling me he didn't go to the war.
That's what I'm telling you. He never went.
I know he didn't.
Okay.
Why didn't he? He was able-bodied.
Why didn't he? This is beside the point. The point is he didn't go. The point is the guy that did go faked a whole bunch of stuff and came back with a bunch of stuff on video and everything and put on a show now to try and get to be president. That's where the difference is.
How can you attack a man that went over there and did 2 tours of duty in Vietnam and support a guy?
You don't know what you're talking about with Kerry's duty. Kerry went over there the first time and he had a nice cushy job back and out of the war. He didn't have any danger at all. Then he came back, and then he seen an opportunity here. He says, wow, this anti-war movement is growing. I'm going to go back over there and get some tapes and get some Band-Aids and come back and join the anti-war movement. This was all planned, and it was all planned so that he can run for president today.
I really don't agree that his aspirations in late 60s, early 70s were already a plan of the presidency in the 2004
He was
election.
planning on being president when he was a kid. Read the stuff. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is all available. You can get it all off the internet. The internet, I'll tell you, is a great thing, but boy, it can be dangerous to...
Non-Bush supporters that got into the rally, and Bush is a coward when questions are asked of him. You ask him the hard-line questions, and he can't put 3 words together. I mean, he's dumber than a box of rocks. He can't put 3 words together in a sentence.
I'll tell you, you wasn't there because I was there. This man is a darn good speaker, and he does it naturally, and it comes right across. I'm telling you, he's a darn good president. He deserves to be re-elected, and I think he's going to be.
D2 from Star Wars.
Huh?
Talk.
What?
I said he sounds like R2-D2 from Star Wars. He can't put 2 words together.
I wouldn't know what that is. I don't watch that kind of stuff, Star Wars. I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about.
What I'm saying is he sounds like Chewbacca. He can't talk.
He talked very good. I was there yesterday. I listened to his whole speech. He's a very good speaker.
Well, we must have been listening to 2 different guys speak.
Was you there?
No, I most certainly was there. And he didn't sound like he doesn't attack the hardline issues about, he wants to attack Kerry for going to Vietnam and his alleged...
He hasn't attacked Kerry. He hasn't attacked Kerry on any of this stuff.
Why wasn't he over there burning villages and raping their women like the rest of them?
That's what Kerry said, right? That's what he was doing.
That's what happened.
I'll tell you something. Even if that's true, which it's not, even if it was true, you sure wouldn't be running around bragging about it. I'll tell you that right now. Rape and killing babies and burning villages, what kind of a guy is that? Gee whiz, come on here. You bet George Bush wasn't there, and George Bush's war history is nothing. He wasn't there, so he doesn't have a history on war for being in the battle.
I don't agree with the burning the babies and all that either. But
well, okay then. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Just get on the internet and read about him.
he turned tail and ran like a little girl to avoid going.
You're talking about Kerry again?
You're
talking about Kerry?
Girl and avoided going over to third.
You're talking about Kerry?
No, I'm
right? He got a couple of scratches and put Band-Aids on him and got himself a fake award and came back home so that he could go campaigning with Janie Fonda. You know all this stuff. I don't have to tell you this stuff. Okay, you and I aren't going to agree on this. George Bush is a great president. He's going to get reelected, I hope. And,
this is where we agree to disagree, and if George W. Bush is reelected...
You're going to leave the country, right?
We'll
move to China?
If he's reelected.
Yeah, we're going to be in a lot worse if Kerry's elected, so...
It was good to talk to you. You have a good night.
Nice talking to you. Thanks for the call.
You really, if you want to go somewhere in life, you really ought to think about switching to being a Democrat. Thanks for your call.
You bet. Thank you.
Here's a little story about a man named Jim. He's a long-time queer-hating Republican. That one day he was sitting bitching at the news, 'cause homos were fighting for their right to get married too.
I'm talking about homosexuals. They got no use for them.
Next thing you know came liberal Michael Moore. Old Jim started bitching like he never bitched before. Then he thought public access where I ought to be. So he packed up his newspaper and started bitching on TV.
Gee whiz.
Jim's his name. Ignorant Jim. You're watching the Ignorant Jim Show.
Today, John Kerry is coming out now with George W. Bush. The W stands for wrong. The W stands for this. W stands for wrong. Well, I'll tell you what John F. Kennedy stands for. The F stands for fraud or fake. Okay, let's see who's on line 2. Hello?
Hey there, Jimmy.
Hey.
I will tell you what. I served down there in the Congo with John Kerry for about a month and a half.
You served where?
I served over in Nam with John Kerry.
With him?
With him. Same unit.
You were right on his boat with him?
Well, we wasn't exactly on the same boat. We was in the same company, though.
You was in the same company, so you were right there in the same area.
Right there in the same area.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, we saw a fire one day, and I have never seen a grown man run so fast in my life.
Yeah?
He pissed himself. This man is a scared man. He's not fit for our office. I tell you what, he leaves this country, I can tell you what, we'll have a bunch of pansies running around here.
Girly men.
Yellow bellies.
That's what's his name out there in California? He called them girly men.
Yep, the governor.
Yeah.
See what, that guy there, now there's a leader.
Well, I'll tell you,
he might not be well spoken, this guy. You know, he can't even put 3 words together without fumbling them. But
yeah.
I tell you what, he's got more guts than that gutless John Kerry.
Yeah. I'll go along with that, and I'll tell you, there's just so many things that has come up about John Kerry's service. And, you just, when there's enough, it just piles up, and you just got to start believing at least some of it. So
I tell you what, have you ever seen a grown man dive to the ground with a balloon popped?
With what?
Have you ever seen a grown man dive to the ground with a balloon popped?
Oh.
John Kerry do it twice in the field. This guy ain't nothing. I tell you what, I like you to be keep being spoken out about this. We don't need that guy in.
No, I agree with you 100%. I'll tell you, every time you hear this guy, it gets worse and worse. Before the convention, before the Democratic convention, there was commentators on, and they said, the only thing with John Kerry that the people had to get to know him better. Well, boy, we sure have. And it's starting to show up in the polls, which is encouraging.
I got a good gig going. I got a min-wax my fake leg, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks a bunch for the call.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm swell.
You what?
I'm swell.
You're swell. Oh, that's good. Okay. What can we do for you tonight?
Well, I was just wondering if we're getting, I know the past couple weeks I've been watching, I haven't called in though, but there's been a lot of talk about gay marriage.
Yeah.
Yes. And I've noticed that you said on a couple of occasions that you don't have any use for homosexuals.
That's right.
Yes. And, well, being a homosexual myself, I was kind of bothered by that statement because I was wondering what does sexual preference have to do with someone standing in society?
Well, homosexuality is like doing drugs or smoking cigarettes or drinking whiskey or anything else. That's a choice. And I know you're going to come up with, oh, no, it's not, I just was born this way and so on and so forth. You're tempted all through life with all kinds of temptations. Gee, they teach you about that in the Bible right from page 1. So temptation is one thing. Resisting it is another thing. And overcoming it is the thing. So, smoking cigarettes, I used to smoke cigarettes. Oh, I'm addicted. Oh, get out of here with that addiction bit. You're not addicted. That's your choice. You're smoking cigarettes because they taste good. You like to smoke cigarettes.
Yes, I can. But I was going to say, I wasn't born homosexual.
No, that's right. I watched the newspaper. I told you that last week. You remember? Boy, boy, girl, girl, like that.
Exactly. I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I wasn't born like this. I just like men.
Yeah, well, I like men too.
Well, that's
I got a lot of friends that are men. Gee whiz, there's nothing wrong with liking a man.
well,
It's what you do with the man that's where you get in trouble. See?
Just like being with men, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, I do know what you mean, and that's what I'm telling you. That's where you're getting in trouble. It's wrong, and everybody knows it, including you, but you're not going to accept it. You're going to just keep on doing wrong. So that's your choice, but I'm going to protest it.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your call. Okay, here's another thing that I just wrote down. I seen this on television the last couple of days on a commercial about a new program coming on. The name of the program is Girls Behaving Badly. And they've got, scenes on there of young girls behaving badly. Now, what that means, I don't have the slightest idea. It's just a commercial. But you can assume what it means. And gee whiz, what is going on in this society? Where is the morality? Girls behaving good would be a program maybe somebody would want to watch, but behaving badly? Gee whiz, it's bothersome. Okay, we got a call on line 2. Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
you said that it's a question of choices, and we are faced with temptations,
That's right.
and that we have to make the proper choices when faced with these temptations. And that leads me to think that you've been tempted by other guys, and you've made a conscious choice not to become sexually involved with them, or was it just from birth that you've never had an attraction towards man?
Well, I don't quite follow your line of thought here that I've
Closed-minded.
never had attraction to men. I mean, I loved my father, I loved my brothers. I've worked with guys that, I thought the world of, and, probably guys that, I would have stood up, and I have stood up for, and fought for.
Yeah, I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, you've never been tempted by a man. You've never felt...
I've had guys, in when you're on the road. Now, I haven't seen it lately, but I've seen it several years ago where you pull into one of these rest stops, and these guys hanging around in there, and they come in, and, you go into the bathroom, and they're all eyes, Boy, don't mess with me, mister. So, I don't know whether you call that tempted or not.
Tempted is you would actually have some desire to be with a man. And while I feel like they...
I've done that. I've had desires to go drink beer with a friend of mine rather than go home. Is that the kind of desire you're talking about?
Not. You know I'm not.
Okay.
And this develops at a young age.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. You are closed-minded and...
Well, I am not closed-minded. I'm telling you that these things are all choices. And I don't care, that most of your base of your life is done by the time you're 2 years old. You've learned right from wrong already. You know what no means. In fact, a 2-year-old goes around saying no all the time because he knows what no is already.
Heard no over and over and over. That's why he repeats it.
Well, okay, so how do these guys get into this problem then? Because they never learn the meaning of no. Say no, I can't do this.
Had the same feelings, but you learned to say no to those homosexual impulses.
Well, I don't know.
Those impulses, but you were able to control yourself.
That's right.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, good for me.
Yeah. 90 years old, never gave in to your homosexual impulses.
I don't think so, no.
No, not to the best of your knowledge.
All right.
Oh, congratulations. Thanks for taking my call. It's been great.
Oh, you're welcome. Got some other calls. Boy, I'm telling you, this is a busy night here tonight. It must be this Kerry thing that's touching them off.
But the homosexuals or whatever getting married, if that's the case, then I can marry my cousin, my sister, my dog, and everybody else.
That's right.
But I go ape shit over that.
Yeah. You know, this business, you know, about, well, you got your rights, you know. You can do whatever you want to, you know. Well, you know, I brought that up last week, you know. Well, what the heck is wrong with robbing banks? Gee, the bank robber's got his rights, hasn't he? But no, they lock him up if they catch him. Okay, thanks for your call. I got some more here I'm going to get on to. Hello, you're on.
Hey there, Jimmy.
Hey.
I think we could have got along there, but then I heard this banter on John Kerry here.
Oh.
Isn't it true? Isn't it true? No, just first of all, if we're going to argue war records,
Yeah.
we could look at Mr. Bush's, in which he served here in America, in which we had a foreign war going on at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about that earlier, that, you know,
Now, wait a minute.
John Kerry's a guy that brought up the war record, not George Bush.
Under the Bush administration, we've lost 75 million jobs, more than any president in the last 83 years.
What?
Doesn't that sound
What did you
odd?
What did you just say? What did you just say?
Manufacturing.
What did you just say? We lost 75 million jobs?
Yeah, in the last 80, it's the worst in 83 years.
Well, this is a lot worse than what I knew about. You know that there's 130 million people working in this country, and 75 million of them are gone? Boy, you got to go back and read your numbers, caller, because, wow, you're way out there.
Wait a minute there. Now we're going to hold on right here. We're going to hold the phone.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You want to be on Bush's side. You wait till the next 4 years when we're in a world war, and we're fighting for oil. We went to war for oil. If they had coconuts over there, would we be fighting a war with them?
Hey, coconut oil, you know. You know, there's a lot of good in coconuts.
I think your Bush is himself a homosexual, and so are you.
Hey, come on, you're out of here. Hello, you're on. Okay, they're all off. That's a heck of a thing to say about anybody except people like McKeevy, is that his name, over in New Jersey? He stood right up and says, hey, that's who I am, you know, and there's a lot of them that's doing that. And I'm telling you right now that homosexuality is like smoking cigarettes. It's a choice. Don't let anybody give you this business about they were born that way, because they weren't. Read the paper about births, you'll see boys, boys, girls, girls, like that. No homosexuals born. I got calls coming in here, lickety split here. I don't know what's going on here tonight. So I'm not trying to cut you off. I'd like to talk to you, but I better get these other ones here. Thanks for calling. You're on. Hello.
Yes, I have some qualms with the Muskegon Chronicle myself.
Really? Gee whiz. Muskegon Chronicle's taking a bashing tonight here.
Definitely, we should let our voice be heard.
That's right. I agree with you.
Exactly. Well, what I was saying was a few years back, I pictured in the Chronicle with a female friend of mine, and it came out in the Chronicle how slanted the Chronicle is. It said that I was pictured with my girlfriend. Well, the problem is I'm married.
Oh.
You can imagine the heat I got for that one.
Yeah, I'll imagine, yeah.
And I said, you know, nowadays I look at Fox News and they fair and balanced my ass.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yep, it sure is. Okay, thanks for your call. Gee, this is a new pitch on this one here. This guy may have written it himself. Where are the people responsible for the pollution of the Great Lakes? Well, I'll tell you one thing. Genesco, Best Foods, Keeler Brass, they've all done their share of polluting. And when you take them to court, which I did with Keeler Brass, the judge says it's okay. He's the same judge probably that says it's okay for gays to get married. Okay, we got another call on line one. Boy, this thing's been busy tonight. Hello, you're on.
Hey.
Hi.
Nope, my TV down.
Yeah. There you go.
You all right?
Yeah, you're all set now.
What's wrong with Nugent? Ted Nugent.
What?
How come you don't like Ted Nugent?
I didn't get you yet.
How come you don't like Ted Nugent?
Oh, Ted Nugent?
Yeah.
I don't like many of these modern singers.
Fear of the Wild, man.
They dance around and, you know...
He don't do drugs. He don't drink. He's a perfect role model.
He is, huh? Well...
And that's a fact.
Yeah, well, I don't like him, so, you know, that's... You like him, I don't, you know, so there he is. He's got a tied vote here. And $80,000, they were going to pay this guy to come here for one night? Come on, get real. Gee, that's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Thanks for your call. And we're going to do a commercial, and I think this is probably going to be the end of the show, so thanks for watching. I hope to be here again next week. Watch those obituaries. If you don't see me in there, I'll more than likely be here. Thanks again. Good night.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Jim and all his hate. Not much more that he can take at the age of 78. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of Jim's hostility. Old man, that is. Bitches a lot. Wanna smack his ass. Y'all come back now. Let's clear.
Oh, this is funny. Are you laughing now, for Christ's sake? Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know.
Here's a little story about a man named Jim. He's a long-time queer-hating Republican. That one day he was sitting bitching at the news because homos were fighting for their right to get married too.
I'm talking about homosexuals. They got no use for them.
Next thing you know came liberal Michael Moore. Old Jim started bitching like he never bitched before. Then he thought public access where I ought to be. So he packed up his newspaper and started bitching on TV.
Gee whiz.
Jim's his name. Ignorant Jim. You're watching the Ignorant Jim Show.
And that's something we ought to look at along with putting our legislators on part-time and cutting their pay down to a reasonable number. Okay, we're on line 2. This is gonna have to be a quick one because we're almost out of time here. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Spoken a lot about gay people.
Yeah.
Are you like a gay basher? Are you like really against it or something?
A gay basher?
Yeah, I mean...
You mean I'm going to go around bashing happy people? No. But if you're talking about homosexuals...
Yeah, I'm talking about gay people.
I'm talking about homosexuals. I got no use for them. You're right there.
Why is that?
Okay, we got to wrap up now. Thanks for your call.
Fuck you.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That's the kind of people that are homosexual type people. Did you hear that? Boy, this guy's going to work. I'll bet he's a Democrat. He's going to vote for Kerry. He's a Whoopi Goldberg fan. Gee whiz. On the air. And my kids are watching this show. Don't forget, we got the number on the caller ID. And you may be hearing from me tomorrow. We'll have an exciting show next week when we have that guy up for bad talk on the public television. Okay, that's it for this week. It's been an interesting week again, and I'll see you next week. Hello, you're on.
Hey there, Jim.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I got a little question for you there.
Okay.
Keaton Chronicle there, they've been supporting the gays quite a bit in this marriage issue.
Yeah.
What exactly are your thoughts on this? And, I mean, don't you think it'll erode the moral fabric of America if these queers are allowed to get married?
I didn't get that.
Don't you think it'll erode the moral fabric of America if we let these queers get married?
What will happen to the moral fabric of America?
Yeah, if we let these queers get married.
Well, I don't know as though the moral fabric is going to be, directly impacted by it. The moral fabric in this country is already, watch television a little while. This is probably only one of the few, I shouldn't say the only, one of the few shows that is decent on the television. And this station is one of the decent ones.
And I agree with you there, Jim. I support Muskegon TV 100%.
It's unbelievable, the trash that's out there.
Dear damn Skippy, I was watching that NYPD Blue, and I saw me a boob, and I could not believe it.
Yeah.
I had to change the channel. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just disgusting. I'll tell you, I don't know.
I don't know. It sure is good to see you on here, there, Jim. Let's keep up the good work here and see what we can do on these queers getting married. I can't have that. I just will go ape shit.
Yeah, it's a disgusting thing, but there's a lot of people out there. John Kerry, for one of them. They don't see nothing wrong with that stuff.
I tell you. Well, you have a good one there, Jimmy.
Okay, thanks for calling. Okay, we got another call on one here. Hello, you're on.
I'm on the air?
Yep.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I'm very glad to see that you have your own show.
Well, thank you.
Could I please have you say your famous line for me?
My famous line?
Yes. Come towards the light, Carolyn.
Do what?
Aren't you the old guy from Poltergeist, the corpse that played in the movie Poltergeist?
Oh, that played in the movies?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. Gee, that's been so long ago since I was in the movies. I don't remember what it was. Tell me what it was.
Poltergeist.
Huh?
You were the preacher in Poltergeist?
No. Oh, the one you're thinking about is Make My Day. Is that the one you're thinking about?
No, he says, come towards the light, Carolyn. He's an old guy. He looks dead. He's like 180 or 190.
Oh, wow. See, that puts me out of the line there. See, I'm only 78.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you to be that old. But anyway, I was just curious. You look really familiar. I was so happy. My friend said that you were the guy, and I could not believe it.
It's a funny thing, though. I do run into people all over now who recognize me being on this show. So, apparently there's a lot more people on watching than what I thought there was.
Yeah, I heard that guy that was in that movie was a homosexual.
Who?
That guy that was in the movie, I heard he was a homosexual. I think that's why he reminds me.
Oh, I knew you had something coming here that was going to be cute. Okay, thanks for your call.
Thank you.
Well, I wonder if that was the same guy. Kind of sounded like the guy last week. You remember how he wound up my show? And Bud's calling him, and we'll see how that comes out. You can't talk like that on the air unless you're Whoopi Goldberg. Then I guess you can do that.